Lesson 1. Talking about people. Basic patterns. What do you think of the new boss? Do you mean Mr. Lee? Some people don't listen to him. Don't get me wrong. He seems like a pretty nice guy. His uncle is very unusual. My coworker is too loud. The new girl doesn't do any work. His parents are too strict on him. My brother is always in trouble at school. John is the best player we have. Harold comes from Canada. Luke has a very excitable nature. Paul thinks driving too fast is exciting. Sally doesn't like spicy foods. Dialogue 1. What do you think of the new boss?
Do you mean Mr. Lee?
Yes, that's right.
I think he's a pretty good guy, and that's his problem.
What do you mean?
I mean that he's too nice. He tries to be everyone's friend.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing, except some people don't listen to him.
I don't think I understand.
He's too soft on people. That encourages some people to not do their share of the work.
Really? I never thought of that.
Don't get me wrong. I think he's a great guy.
He's just not cut out to be a boss.
Exactly.
Dialogue 2. Hey, where are you going?
I borrowed this CD from David. I'm going to return it.
He's got a lot of CDs, doesn't he?
Yes, and he's generous with them.
I've heard that about him. He seems like a pretty nice guy.
I think it's just his nature.
Actually, I've also heard he has a bad temper.
Really? I hadn't heard that.
Apparently, someone returned one of his CDs scratched, and he was really mad.
That seems reasonable. I would be mad, too.
Yeah, I guess I would, too. He just seems so nice. It's hard to imagine him being angry.
I'd better get going. I've still got to return this to him.
Are you going to borrow another CD?
Maybe I will. I'll see you later.
Dialogue 3.
Did you go to the party on Friday night?
Yes, I was there for a little while. Why do you ask?
Robert was there with a new girl I've never seen before. Who was she?
Oh, that was Alice, Robert's new girlfriend.
Really? How long have they been dating?
I think it's been about a month. She's very good for him.
That's nice to hear. Why is that?
He just seems happier with her than normal.
What is she like?
Oh, she's very nice, and she's the complete opposite of Robert.
They say that opposites attract.
It's certainly true in this case. She's very friendly, while he acts so serious. She's got a good sense of humor.
I guess they balance each other.
That's what I think. Maybe you can meet her tomorrow.
That would be nice. When?
They're both coming by after dinner to watch TV.
Okay, I'll come over.
Sounds good. I'll see you then. Dialogue 4.
Hey, where are you going?
Anywhere, just to get away from Barbara.
That's not very nice. Why do you say that?
Have you ever talked to her? Every word out of her mouth is about the environment.
I've noticed that. Is it that annoying?
Yes, it is for me. She lectures me about pollution and criticizes me if I don't recycle.
You should recycle.
I know. That's not the point. The point is that she's got a one-track mind.
I guess she is pretty boring.
Exactly. It's all she ever talks about.
So where are you going now to get away from Barbara?
The library, I guess. I'll see you later. Dialogue 5. How are you doing?
Not too good. My mother's in the hospital again.
Why? What's wrong?
Her heart is weak. She's getting older.
Who's her doctor?
Dr. Jenkins at Mercy Hospital.
He's my uncle's doctor. He's very good.
That's a relief. I'm glad to hear that.
He's very smart, and he's good with older people.
Yes, I've met him, and he seemed friendly.
With my uncle, he knew just the right thing to say, and he kept my uncle's hopes up.
That's a good thing to hear.
I'm glad I could help. You're in good hands with Dr. Jenkins. Call me if you have any concerns.
Thanks, I'll do that.
Substitution drills. 1. I think he's a pretty good guy, and that's his problem. I think he's a pretty good guy, and that's his flaw. I think he's a pretty good guy, and that's his weakness. I think he's a pretty good guy, and that's his weak point. 2. What's wrong with that? What's the problem with that? What's the matter with that? What's so bad with that? 3. He's too soft on people. He's too easy on people. He's too friendly with people. He's too nice to people. 4. I think it's just his nature. I think it's just his temperament. I think it's just his personality. I think it's just his manner. 5. He seems like a pretty nice guy. He seems like a pretty friendly guy. He seems like a pretty kind guy. He seems like a pretty decent guy. 6. I've heard that about him. I've noticed that about him. I've thought that about him. I've seen that about him. 7. How long have they been dating? How long have they been together? How long have they been going out? How long have they been seeing each other? 8. It's certainly true in this case. It's certainly true in this example. It's certainly true in this instance. It's certainly true in this situation. 9. She's got a good sense of humor. She's got a good sense of balance. She's got a good sense of timing. She's got a good sense of style. 10. That's not very nice. That's mean. That's unkind. That's insulting. 11. Every word out of her mouth is about the environment. Everything she says is about the environment. Every statement is about the environment. Every conversation is about the environment. 12. I guess she is pretty boring. I guess she is pretty dull. I guess she is pretty tedious. I guess she is pretty uninteresting. 13. Her heart is weak. Her heart is bad. Her heart is failing. Her heart is sick. 14. You're in good hands with Dr. Jenkins. You're in capable hands with Dr. Jenkins. You're in professional hands with Dr. Jenkins. You're in skilled hands with Dr. Jenkins. 15. Call me if you have any concerns. Call me if you have any problems. Call me if you have any difficulties. Call me if you have any worries. Monologue. Barbara is a common type of person. Like many people, she has one topic she is very interested in. For her, that topic is the environment. The environment is a growing concern in America. Many advances have been made, but America is still behind much of Western Europe in its environmental laws. One area which has changed drastically in America is recycling. Less than 10 years ago, recycling was barely heard of. Now it is as common as simply throwing out trash. Many homes recycle their goods, and all urban areas have recycling centers. It is even considered bad if one does not recycle. Lesson 2. Talking about objects. Basic patterns. The living room is large enough for a good number of people. The only problem is that it has carpet from wall to wall. That seems clumsy. It looks kind of light. It's not heavy. The keys on the keyboard sometimes get stuck. The open windows give the room more light. The walls are too dark. The floor is very clean. This table is not stable. There are stains on my new shirt. I bought this toy in Beijing. This book is written in French. I have to fix my sink in the kitchen. My bicycle has a flat tire. Dialogue 1. Hey, Mike, I haven't seen you in a while.
I've been busy moving to a new place.
Oh, really? How's that going?
I finally got settled in this weekend. It's pretty nice.
Say more.
It's a nice-sized apartment on the west side of the city. It has enough to satisfy my needs: bathroom, living room, kitchen, bedroom, and so on. It also has an enclosed porch.
That does sound nice. Maybe you should have a party there sometime.
I've been thinking about that. The living room is large enough for a good number of people. At least all of our friends.
That would be a good idea.
The only problem is that it has a carpet from wall to wall, so people would have to be careful not to spill things.
Oh, I see. Carpet can be difficult to clean.
The good thing is that the kitchen has a dishwasher, which saves me a lot of time.
Yeah, nobody likes doing dishes.
You should come by sometime and take a look.
I think I'll do that. See you later, Mike.
See you later, Walt.
Dialogue 2. Wow, did you see the rain this morning?
Yeah, I got caught in it on the way to work.
Really? You look so dry. I'm soaked.
That's because my sister bought me this jacket for Christmas.
Oh, that's nice. It looks kind of light.
It's not heavy, but it's still warm because of modern materials. It's very waterproof.
This is nice. Will it be warm enough even later in the winter?
It should be. If it gets too hot, I can remove the inside layer.
I see. It's even got a hood.
Yeah, I really like that part. It's very good for keeping my head dry.
That's important. A wet head makes you get sick.
I'm very grateful for this gift. I saw some of these on sale at the mall last week.
I think I'll go down there and get one.
You should. They're really worth it.
Dialogue 3. What have you been doing today?
I was out shopping.
Really? For what?
You know how they had that report on crime rising on the news last month?
Yes. What did you buy?
I got a gun.
You just went out and bought a gun? That's crazy.
I didn't just go out and buy it. I had to do some paperwork and wait for a week. The government had to make sure I had a good record.
It doesn't matter. It's still unnecessary.
I think it is necessary. It's just a small pistol. I'll keep it at home and maybe in the car on long trips.
Don't you think it's unsafe to have in the house?
I don't have any children, so how can it be unsafe?
Do you even know how to use it?
The police department is giving classes on gun safety now.
I still think it's a bad idea. Are you really going to shoot someone? I don't think so.
I hope not. Who knows? As a single woman, though, I think I should be able to protect myself. Anyway, my father has 2 guns.
That's different. He goes hunting, and he used to be in the military.
What difference does that make? I have the same rights as him.
I hope you're not overreacting, but I'm curious. Can I see it?
Sure, come on over and have a look.
Dialogue 4.
Don't come in the house with those dirty boots.
I won't. I'm leaving them on the porch.
How long have you had those boots anyway?
I think about 7 years now.
Really? They haven't fallen apart?
Not yet. I keep them in good condition, and I still go hiking in them when I can.
Are you sure you don't want to buy new ones?
I could, but these fit so well now. I think they ought to last a few more years.
Haven't the bottoms worn off?
Yes, but I just had them replaced a few months ago.
I see. Well, if they make you happy, that's good. Just don't track mud in the house.
I know. I left them outside on the porch. What's for dinner?
I ordered a pizza earlier. It should be here any time now.
Great. I'm starving. Dialogue 5.
This is a really nice Chinese restaurant.
I know. I read about it in the newspaper.
I'm glad they give us a knife and fork. I don't see how you use those chopsticks.
A Chinese friend in college taught me. It's easy once you get used to it. It's just like using your hands.
I don't see how you pick up anything.
You just hold them like this, with one on your thumb and the other between these 2 fingers.
That seems clumsy.
It's not. Personally, I think it's more civilized than using a piece of metal to stab your food.
Maybe, but the rest of the world uses knives and forks.
That's not really true. Much of Asia uses chopsticks, and in many countries, people just use their hands.
Well, I use a knife and fork.
You use your hands when you eat fast food sometimes. Some Chinese think it's unclean to use your hands. They may be right.
Are you calling me dirty?
No, I'm just saying you should expand your outlook. Oh, look, our food is here. Let's eat. Substitution drills. 1. Say more. Go on. Keep talking. Continue. 2. Maybe you should have a party there sometime. Maybe you should have a get-together there sometime. Maybe you should have a social occasion there sometime. Maybe you should have a meeting there sometime. 3. The only problem is that it has carpet from wall to wall, so people would have to be careful not to spill things. The only problem is that it has carpet from wall to wall, so people would have to be careful not to dump things. The only problem is that it has carpet from wall to wall, so people would have to be careful not to drop things. The only problem is that it has carpet from wall to wall, so people would have to be careful not to litter. 4. That's because my sister bought me this jacket for Christmas. That's because my sister bought me this coat for Christmas. That's because my sister bought me this shirt for Christmas. That's because my sister bought me this hat for Christmas. 5. I saw some of these on sale at the mall last week. I saw some of these discounted at the mall last week. I saw some of these priced cheaply at the mall last week. I saw some of these at reduced prices at the mall last week. 6. If it gets too hot, I can remove the inside layer. If it gets too hot, I can take out the inside layer. If it gets too hot, I can get rid of the inside layer. If it gets too hot, I can take away the inside layer. 7. I got a gun. I got a firearm. I got a handgun. I got a weapon. 8. That's crazy. That's insane. That's mad. That's ridiculous. 9. I think I should be able to protect myself. I think I should be able to defend myself. I think I should be able to take care of myself. I think I should be able to guard myself. 10. Don't come in the house with those dirty boots. Don't come in the house with those soiled boots. Don't come in the house with those muddy boots. Don't come in the house with those filthy boots. 11. Just don't track mud in the house. Just don't bring mud in the house. Just don't smear mud in the house. Just don't spread mud in the house. 12. It should be here any time now. It should be here soon. It should be here shortly. It should be here any minute. 13. I'm starving. I'm hungry. I'm famished. I'm ravenous. 14. That seems clumsy. That seems awkward. That seems difficult. That seems unwieldy. 15. I'm just saying you should expand your outlook. I'm just saying you should consider other ideas. I'm just saying you should broaden your horizons. I'm just saying you should be more open-minded. Monologue. One of the most strongly debated topics in America is the right to own a gun. Most people accept the right of hunters in rural areas to own rifles, but many are opposed to people owning handguns. They point out that America has one of the highest murder rates in the world and that too many children are killed by accident in the home. Many other people feel owning a handgun is important in order to protect themselves or their family. The laws on this matter vary from state to state. In general, the southern and western states are the most liberal in their laws. In those areas, people may even keep their weapon hidden under their clothes or in their car. For some people, guns represent a part of their lifestyle, while for other people, they represent much of what is uncivilized about America. There is not likely to be any agreement on this issue for a long time. Lesson 3. Asking about age and name. Basic patterns. It's Janet Abrams. I'm Tom Dickens. What's your name? And how old are you, Mr. Fowler? I'm 38. I'll be 29 in May. I'm going on 40 next month. I didn't catch your name. How old did you say you were? People call me Tom. When did you finish college? What did you say your name was? Do you go by your first name at work? My name means joy in Spanish. I'm named after my grandfather. Dialogue 1. Hello, is this a good time to speak with you?
Sure. What can I do for you?
I was at the Computer Business Convention in Dallas last month. I heard you speak, but your name escapes me.
Oh, it's Janet Abrams. And you are?
Sorry, I'm Tom Dickens.
You wanted to ask me something?
Yes. Do you think what you said about the Internet is also true for smaller companies?
How small?
My company only has 9 employees.
I don't think that would make a difference.
Really? That's good to know. Dialogue 2. I'd like 1 ticket to see Blood Monster 2.
That will be $6.50.
Okay, there you go.
And I will need to see some ID.
ID? What do you mean?
I'll need to see some kind of identification to show your age.
Why? This is just a movie. I'm not buying beer.
You have to be at least 18 to see this movie. It's very violent.
That's not fair.
That's the rule.
I left my driver's license at home.
Then how did you get to the theater?
I walked.
Down the highway? Look, I'm sorry. You can't get into this movie. Let someone else through.
Dialogue 3. I'm Oliver. You look familiar, but I don't remember who you are.
You've seen me before. Guess who I am?
I'm sorry. You look a little young to be here. This is the Cates High School 20-year reunion.
I'm Ira Banks, Oliver.
Ira, you should be about 38, but you look about 30.
I'm 38, no doubt about it.
But you look so young. How?
Really? I live in Arizona now. That's why I'm so dark, from the sun.
You must work out or something.
I'm in the fire department, so I get a lot of exercise.
I guess so. Well, you look good.
Also, I had all that long hair in school, which is mostly gone now.
That's true.
So what do you do now?
I work for an insurance company in Boston, so I'm stuck at a desk much of the time.
Tell me about the rest of your life. Let's get something to eat.
Sounds good to me. Dialogue 4.
How difficult do you think the class will be this semester?
I've heard the professor is very strict. She doesn't give good grades often.
I thought you were the professor.
Do I look that old?
I'm sorry. Most of us here are in our 20s. You look a little older than that.
Don't worry about it. I'm 45. My name is Tracy.
I'm Christy. Are you going back to college now?
Yes. My daughter just left home for college, so I thought I'd go back to school as well.
That's nice. What are you majoring in?
I don't know yet. I'm thinking about psychology.
Really? Me too. That's great.
It is a little strange being around all these young people.
I can imagine. It'll be a fun year, though.
I hope so. I look forward to it. Dialogue 5. Is there a problem, officer?
Some neighbors have complained about the noise. Is this your house?
Yes, it is. I'm sorry about the noise. Some friends are with me. We'll be more quiet.
Good. I just need to know a few things. What's your name?
Oh, I'm sorry. It's David Fowler.
And how old are you, Mr. Fowler?
I'm 24. Why do you ask?
I'll need to see some ID. There are beer cans on your front yard.
Oh, sure. Here's my driver's license.
Thank you. Can you say that everyone in your house is old enough to be drinking?
Yes, certainly.
If I have to come back here and I find out someone underage is drinking, I have to take you to jail.
I understand. That won't be a problem, officer.
Thank you. Good night.
Substitution drills. 1. Is this a good time to speak with you? Is it all right to speak with you? Can I speak with you? Do you mind if I speak with you? 2. What can I do for you? How can I help you? What do you need? What do you want? 3. I heard you speak, but your name escapes me. I heard you speak, but I forgot your name. I heard you speak, but your name eludes me. I heard you speak, but I can't recall your name. 4. You have to be at least 18 to watch this movie. You have to be at least 18 to see this movie. You have to be at least 18 to get into this movie. You have to be at least 18 to view this movie. 5. That's the rule. That's the policy. That's the law. That's the way it is. 6. Let someone else through. Let someone else by. Let someone else get around you. Let someone else in. 7. You look familiar, but I don't remember who you are. You look like someone I know, but I don't remember who you are. You look like we've met before, but I don't remember who you are. You look like I know you, but I don't remember who you are. 8. I'm 38, no doubt about it. I'm 38, that's for sure. I'm 38, sure enough. I'm 38 without a doubt. 9. I'm in the fire department, so I get a lot of exercise. I'm in the fire department, so I work out a lot. I'm in the fire department, so I am in good shape. I'm in the fire department, so I exercise often. 10. I've heard the professor is very strict. I've heard the professor is very tough. I've heard the professor is very easy. I've heard the professor is very difficult. 11. It is a little strange being around all these young people. It is a little uncomfortable being around all these young people. It is a little unusual being around all these young people. It is a little weird being around all these young people. 12. Are you going back to college now? Are you coming back to college now? Are you beginning college now? Are you returning to college now? 13. Is this your house? Is this your apartment? Is this your residence? Is this your property? 14. I'm sorry about the noise. I'm sorry about the racket. I'm sorry about the disturbance. I'm sorry about the problem. 15. Here's my driver's license. There's my driver's license. That's my driver's license. This is my driver's license. Monologue. In America, it is not common to ask a person's age when you first meet them. Many people, especially women, do not like to be asked their age by strangers. Normally, a person's age is discovered as people get to know one another. At first, there is not usually a need to know someone's age. To ask about age may even be considered an invasion of a person's privacy. The only time someone directly asks a person's age is in some official encounter. An example of this would be a job interview. More commonly, a person will be asked about their age in order to buy certain products, like beer or cigarettes. Age is often seen as something to conceal, not display, in America. Lesson 4. Asking about countries and nationalities. Basic patterns. Where are you from? I'm from Pittsburgh. I'm Russian. Why are you in the U.S.? When did you get to this country? You look Spanish. Were you born in America? My parents came to this country before I was born. What nationality are you? Are you a citizen or a resident of this country? How long have you been here? I just came back from Korea. My ancestors came here from Ireland. My girlfriend is from Mexico. I was born in England. Dialogue 1.
Did you get the assignment for today's class?
Yes, we have to read the next 2 chapters.
Thanks. I'm Henry, by the way.
I'm Leo. If you don't mind my asking, where are you from?
I'm from Pittsburgh.
Oh, I'm from California. Where is your family from?
Pittsburgh. You mean, where are my ancestors from?
Yes.
My great-grandfather came here from China.
Do you speak Chinese?
Not a bit. Do you?
Of course not. I'm not Chinese.
Neither am I. I just look Chinese.
I see. How stupid of me.
No, I hear that question often. I'm completely American, though.
Dialogue 2. Is this seat taken?
No, let me move my shirt.
You mean coat. That's your coat.
I'm sorry. My English is not so good.
No problem. Where are you from?
I'm Russian. My name is Ivan.
My name is Adam. Are you here on vacation?
Yes, I am. It's very nice, but a little hotter than I expected.
Really? It's only going to get hotter this summer.
At least this train is air-conditioned.
That's true. My great-grandmother was from Russia.
She was? Where was she from?
I think Moscow. I'm not sure.
I went to school in Moscow. I studied engineering.
That's what I'm studying now.
Good. Then maybe we can learn much on this train ride from each other.
Dialogue 3. I really like this restaurant. It's one of the best in town.
It's a Mexican restaurant. I thought you were Cuban.
I am, but my wife is Mexican. I've learned much about Mexican food.
That makes sense. What's good to eat here?
The burritos are quite good. They're not too spicy either.
By the way, how long have you been here?
Do you mean in America?
Yes. When did you get to this country?
I came with my mother when I was 8.
I didn't mean to pry.
It's no problem. I've been very happy since we came here.
That's good to hear. I guess you must really appreciate this place.
I do. Next month, I'll become an official citizen. My wife is already a citizen.
That's great. Why didn't you say something earlier?
I wanted to make certain first.
Congratulations. Welcome to being an American.
Dialogue 4. Are you finished with that newspaper?
Yes, here you go.
Thanks. Do you want it back when I'm finished?
No, keep it. By the way, I couldn't help noticing your accent. Are you Irish?
No, I'm Scottish. You Americans often get those confused.
You sound very similar to us.
Well, at least you didn't think I was Australian. I often hear that.
I used to have an Australian boyfriend, so I know that accent. I'm Stacy.
I'm Kim. Pleased to meet you.
Why are you in the U.S.?
I work for a British company here, but right now I'm on vacation.
Where are you going?
I'm going out west. I like the outdoors.
That's nice. I'm from Colorado. It's very pretty out there.
Yes, I want to see the Rocky Mountains, Perhaps you can tell me about them.
I'd love to.
Dialogue 5. How do you like working here so far?
It's pretty good, actually. Everyone is very nice.
You're from Kenya, right?
No, I'm from Nigeria.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to offend you.
No offense taken. I'm used to it.
If you don't mind, I wanted to ask a favor of you.
I don't mind. What do you need?
My wife is black. I mentioned you to her. She wanted to have you come over for dinner. She's very curious about Africa.
That sounds interesting. I hope I can help her.
Great. She'd love it. She's very interested in where her family came from.
Well, I don't know that much about history.
It doesn't matter. She'd love to talk to you. How does Sunday night sound to you?
That sounds fine. I'll see you then.
Substitution drills. 1. Do you speak Chinese? Do you speak English? 2. Not a bit. Not in the least. Not at all. Not in the slightest. 3. How stupid of me. How dumb of me. How insensitive of me. How foolish of me. 4. Is this seat taken? Is this seat occupied? Is this seat reserved? Is this seat being used? 5. Let me move my shirt. Let me move my coat. Let me move my pants. Let me move my hat. 6. Are you here on vacation? Are you here on business? Are you here on holiday? Are you here on tour? 7. I didn't mean to pry. I didn't mean to intrude. I didn't mean to be nosy. I didn't mean to interfere. 8. I guess you must really appreciate this place. I guess you must really enjoy this place. I guess you must really like this place. I guess you must really value this place. 9. Why didn't you say something earlier? Why didn't you speak up earlier? Why didn't you mention this earlier? Why didn't you say so earlier? 10. Are you finished with that newspaper? Are you done with that newspaper? Are you still using that newspaper? Are you reading that newspaper? 11. You Americans often get those confused. You Americans often get those mixed up. You Americans often get those switched. You Americans often get those backwards. 12. I like the outdoors. I like the countryside. I like the wilderness. I like the outside. 13. How do you like working here so far? How do you like working here up to now? How do you like working here at the moment? How do you like working here thus far? 14. I didn't mean to offend you. I didn't mean to annoy you. I didn't mean to hurt you. I didn't mean to bother you. 15. She wanted to have you come over for dinner. She wanted to have you stop by for dinner. She wanted to have you join us for dinner. She wanted to have you sit down for dinner. Monologue. Americans tend to view nationality as separate from race. Unlike almost every other country, there is no American race. While the majority of Americans are white, many are from other races. The result is that the American identity has more to do with a shared culture than it does with ancestors. Many Chinese Americans are surprised to learn that in China they are considered Chinese. They often cannot speak Chinese, like to watch baseball, and eat hamburgers. American minorities do not all share an identical culture, though. Depending on the individual, many may keep certain traditions and customs from their homeland. This adds to the variety of American life. Especially in larger cities, it is possible to see people and eat food from almost everywhere on Earth. Lesson 5. Telling time. Basic patterns. What time is it? It's about 3:30. What time will you be back by? My last class is over at 3:30. I'm going out for a few hours. What time do you have? It's time to leave. It's almost time to go home. We only have an hour of work left. I've been waiting here for 3 hours. Time goes by fast when you're having fun. It's 11:15. It's 15 minutes to 9. The game starts at 9 in the morning. The office opens at 8 a.m. Dialogue 1.
What time is it?
It's about 3:30. Why do you ask?
I was supposed to meet Megan at 3 o'clock to study. She's pretty late.
I don't know what to tell you. I'm sure she has a reason.
I doubt it. This is the 3rd time she's been late.
I see. Maybe you should just leave.
That would teach her a lesson.
30 minutes is long enough to wait for someone.
I think you're right. I'm getting out of here.
Do you want to get something to eat instead?
Sure. I didn't really eat much at lunch, so I'm hungry.
Let's get out of here and get something to eat. Dialogue 2.
Mr. Stevens, sir, do you have a moment?
Yes, Leroy. What can I do for you?
I've been having trouble with this math class. I wanted to ask for your help.
I see. Well, would you like to meet sometime? I have a class right now to go to.
Yes, I would like that. What time is good for you?
I don't have any classes this afternoon. Can we meet then?
My last class is over at 3:30.
Do you want to meet at about 4?
That would be great.
Well, I've got to get to class now.
Oh, it's 9:30. I'm going to be late for my history class.
Don't be late. I'll see you at 4, Leroy.
I'll see you then, Mr. Stevens.
Dialogue 3. Hey, Mom, I'm going out for a few hours.
What time will you be back by?
I don't know, maybe 10 o'clock.
That's not good enough. You have school tomorrow.
Okay. I'll try to be back by 9.
What do you mean you'll try?
Fine, I will be back by 9.
That's better.
Is that all, Mom? I'll see you later.
There's one more thing.
Yes? What do you need?
We're out of milk. Could you pick some up on the way back home?
Sure, no problem.
Thank you. I'll see you tonight by 9 o'clock.
Dialogue 4. What time is it in Japan right now?
I'm not sure. Why do you ask?
We haven't heard from Michelle for a while. Maybe we should give her a call.
That's a good idea. Let's call her.
First, let's find out what time it is there. It might be the middle of the night.
That's true. She's not in a good mood if she's woken up.
I have it written down here. Let me take a look.
Oh, wait, I remember. It's 11 hours difference.
11 hours forward or back?
Forward, I think.
That means if it's 9 in the morning here,
then it's 10 at night where Michelle is.
That's not so late. She should still be awake.
Good, let's give her a call.
Dialogue 5. What are you doing on the computer?
I'm looking up train tickets on the internet for our trip to Europe.
How's it going?
There's a lot of information, but I'm not used to 24-hour time.
What do you mean?
It's so hard to remember. What is 16 o'clock?
That's 4 p.m.
Why do they do it that way?
A lot of countries tell time that way. It's easier than adding a.m. or p.m. like we do.
I guess. It's just hard to keep straight what time these trains leave.
It's not that bad. Just subtract 12 from the 24-hour time.
It's still annoying. I shouldn't complain, though. After all, we're going to Europe.
That's right. I'm really looking forward to it.
Let's just hope that we don't miss any trains.
Substitution drills. 1. I was supposed to meet Megan at 3 o'clock to study. I was supposed to meet Megan at 3 o'clock to read. I was supposed to meet Megan at 3 o'clock to exercise. I was supposed to meet Megan at 3 o'clock to watch a movie. 2. I'm sure she has a reason. I'm sure she has an excuse. I'm sure she has an explanation. I'm sure she has a cause for being late. 3. 30 minutes is long enough to wait for someone. 30 minutes is plenty of time to wait for someone. 30 minutes is enough time to wait for someone. 30 minutes is sufficient time to wait for someone. 4. Mr. Stevens, sir, do you have a moment? Mr. Stevens, sir, are you busy? Mr. Stevens, sir, are you free? Mr. Stevens, sir, can I talk to you? 5. Well, I've got to get to class now. Well, I've got to run to class now. Well, I've got to head to class now. Well, I've got to be in class now. 6. What time will you be back by? What time will you return? What time will you come back? What time will you be in? 7. That's better. That's more like it. That's what I want to hear. That's an improvement. 8. Could you pick some up on the way back home? Could you get some on the way back home? Could you buy some on the way back home? Could you grab some on the way back home? 9. It might be in the middle of the night. It might be in the middle of the morning. It might be in the middle of the afternoon. It might be in the middle of the day. 10. She's not in a good mood if she's woken up. She's not in a good mood if she's bothered. She's not in a good mood if she's disturbed. She's not in a good mood if she's awakened. 11. Well, would you like to meet sometime? Well, Would you like to arrange a meeting sometime? Well, would you like to get together sometime? Well, would you like to discuss this sometime? 12. Let me take a look. Let me see. Let me go get it. Let me find it. 13. Why do they do it that way? Why do they do it like that? Why do they do it in such a manner? Why do they do it in such a fashion? 14. I'm looking up train tickets on the Internet for our trip to Europe. I'm researching train tickets on the Internet for our trip to Europe. I'm finding train tickets on the Internet for our trip to Europe. I'm searching for train tickets on the Internet for our trip to Europe. 15. There's a lot of information, but I'm not used to 24-hour time. There's a lot of information, but I'm not accustomed to 24-hour time. There's a lot of information, but I'm not familiar with 24-hour time. There's a lot of information, but I'm not comfortable with 24-hour time. Monologue. America is a fairly large country. The sun shines on different parts of it at different times. As a result, there are 4 time zones in America. The first is Eastern Standard Time, which is the eastern states along the coast. This is the standard time, since Washington, D.C. is in this time zone. Farther west is Central Time, 1 hour earlier than Eastern. Past that, in the western interior, people use Mountain Time. Finally, on the Pacific Coast, Americans use Pacific Time, 3 hours earlier than Eastern Standard Time. The other thing to remember about time in America is daylight savings time. Every autumn, the country sets its clock back 1 hour. Sunset is 1 hour earlier. Every spring, the clock is moved forward 1 hour. Sunset is 1 hour later. This is done in order to increase the amount of daylight during working hours. Lesson 6. Agreement and Disagreement. Basic patterns. I don't think our taxes get anything good for us. I disagree completely. Maybe you're right. I think that's a good idea. I'm glad we see eye to eye. I couldn't agree with you more. I have to disagree with you on this. That's what I was thinking. You are exactly right. That's for sure. I'd say that was true. Don't you agree? I'll go along with that. I'll go along with you on this one. I'm not sure I agree with you. Dialogue 1. I don't think our taxes get anything good for us.
What do you mean? The state just gave another $4 million to schools.
I don't think that money does any good.
I disagree completely. Do you think schools can be run for free?
They can be run for much cheaper.
The result would be that children would be less educated.
Not true. They spend a lot of that money on useless programs.
That money is going to buy more computers for the classrooms.
So, we didn't have computers in school. We can still read and write.
That was 20 years ago. The world today depends on computers.
They can learn about computers from their parents at home.
What about poor children who don't have computers at home?
So, my tax dollars are going to poor children?
What's wrong with that? I think you could be a little more generous.
Maybe you're right. Dialogue 2. I think we should go to Mexico for vacation.
I disagree. I think we should go to Canada.
Canada will still be cold this time of year.
It will be cool, but not cold.
It will be too cold for me.
Mexico will be too hot for me.
We can't go to both places.
Why don't we go later in the year?
What good will that do?
Canada will be warmer in a few months, but not too warm for me.
Yes, then we can both be happy. I think that's a good idea.
I'm glad you agree.
Dialogue 3. I'm hungry. Do you want to get something to eat?
Yes, that would be nice. What kind of food do you want?
I was thinking of having Mexican food.
I don't like Mexican food at all.
Why not? It's so good.
It's too spicy and it's not healthy.
I disagree. That's not true at all.
What do you mean? Of course it's true.
It's healthier than a lot of American food, such as hamburgers.
It's still too spicy.
Come and try some. I know this place where much of the food is not spicy.
Okay, I'll give it a try.
Good. I'm glad we see eye to eye. Dialogue 4. Do you want to come over and watch the ball game?
No, I'd rather do some reading for class. I don't like baseball.
I suppose that's because you're a girl.
Don't be ridiculous. I like football and basketball.
Then why do you not like baseball?
Baseball is boring. It doesn't have much action.
I disagree completely. Do you think a home run is boring?
How often does that happen in a game?
How often does a goal happen in soccer? It's the same thing.
At least in soccer, everyone is moving.
Baseball can be interesting once you learn about it.
Maybe so, but I'd rather not take the time to learn.
So, you agree it could be interesting?
No, I just don't care. Let me know the next time you watch a basketball game.
Okay, suit yourself. Dialogue 5. What took you so long? I've been waiting for an hour for our tennis match.
I'm sorry. Traffic was awful. I got stuck.
Did you go through downtown?
Yes, they're building that new stadium.
I know, and the construction is slowing down the traffic.
The worst thing about it is we don't even need the stadium.
I couldn't agree with you more.
The mayor thinks it will be good for the city, but we don't even have a sports team.
I guess he thinks it will attract a team.
That's a pretty big risk to take.
Yes, I agree. I don't understand it all.
Well, I suppose I should stay out of the downtown area.
Probably so. Anyway, let's go play tennis.
Good idea. Let's go.
Substitution drills. 1. They spend a lot of that money on useless programs. They spend a lot of that money on futile programs. They spend a lot of that money on worthless programs. They spend a lot of that money on ineffective programs. 2. Do you think schools can be run for free? Do you think schools can be maintained for free? Do you think schools can operate for free? Do you think schools can function for free? 3. The world today depends on computers. The world today relies on computers. The world today is based on computers. The world today is run by computers. 4. I disagree. I differ from you. I oppose you. I don't agree. 5. Why don't we go later in the year? Why don't we go later on in the year? Why don't we go earlier in the year? Why don't we go sometime in the year? 6. Yes, then we can both be happy. Yes, then we can both be satisfied. Yes, then we can both be pleased. Yes, then we can both be content. 7. What kind of food do you want? What kind of meal do you want? What kind of dinner do you want? What kind of lunch do you want? 8. It's too spicy and it's not healthy. It's too spicy and it's unhealthy. It's too spicy and it's not good for you. It's too spicy and it's bad for you. 9. I'm glad we see eye to eye. I'm glad we agree. I'm glad we concur. I'm glad we get along. 10. I suppose that's because you're a girl. I imagine that's because you're a girl. I think that's because you're a girl. I feel that's because you're a girl. 11. How often does that happen in a game? How often does that occur in a game? How often does that take place in a game? How often does that come about in a game? 12. No, I just don't care. No, I just am not interested. No, I just have no interest. No, I just could care less. 13. They're building that new stadium. They're constructing that new stadium. They're erecting that new stadium. They're putting up that new stadium. 14. I guess he thinks it will attract a team. I guess he thinks it will lure a team. I guess he thinks it will entice a team. I guess he thinks it will bring in a team. 15. Well, I suppose I should stay out of the downtown area. Well, I suppose I should avoid the downtown area. Well, I suppose I should go around the downtown area. Well, I suppose I should skip the downtown area. Monologue. Benjamin Franklin, an important figure in early America, said that only two things are certain in life: death and taxes. This is certainly true for Americans today. We pay higher taxes than at any point in our history. This is because the government and the services it provides is larger than ever before. Much debate centers around how this money is being used. Some people feel the government should spend a lot of money to help people and improve things. This requires more taxes. Other people believe that this kind of help should come from private individuals and business, not the government. Those people want lower taxes. The struggle between the two ways of thinking is a constant part of American life. Lesson 7. Belief and Disbelief. Basic patterns. Do your kids still believe in Santa Claus? How come you never believe me? I'm sure he'll find a way to do that without more taxes. I can't believe it. They believed that certain gods caused things in nature. I have faith in the government. I believe that I can do anything if I try hard enough. I don't believe you. Do you believe in anything? I have no choice but to believe what you're saying. Have you questioned your beliefs? I can't believe you've said that. I'm convinced by his words. I believe he can be trusted. I'll take your word for it. Dialogue 1.
What are you doing today?
What I always do, every year.
By the way, do your kids still believe in Santa Claus?
My son's only 4 years old, so I haven't told him the truth yet.
How old were you when you stopped believing in Santa?
I was 10. A kid at school told me Santa wasn't real.
My dad told me when I was 10.
That's a pretty big moment when you stop believing in Santa.
I didn't say I believed my dad when he told me Santa wasn't real.
So, you still believe in Santa Claus?
It's the only thing I don't believe in anymore.
Dialogue 2.
Who do you think will win the election for senator?
I think Tom Smith will win. I hope so.
Why do you want Smith to win?
He promised to lower taxes.
And you believed him?
Sure, why not?
He's just saying that in order to win the election.
How do you know?
He wants to have many new programs which require taxes.
I'm sure he'll find a way to do that without more taxes.
You're too naive.
And you're too cynical. Dialogue 3. Hi, Mom. I'm going out to play.
Have you finished your homework, young man?
Yes. Can I go now?
Let me see your work.
How come you never believe me?
You never give me reason to believe you. Now show me your work.
Okay. Let me get it. Here, see?
Well, it looks like you've actually finished.
Good. Now can I go out and play?
Okay, you can go out.
Thanks, Mom. Bye. Dialogue 4. Hey, guess what?
What is it?
I've got some really good news.
Well, don't keep me in suspense. Tell me.
I got promoted to manager at the office.
Oh, that's too good to be true. I can't believe it.
Believe it, honey. It's true.
I guess this means you'll be getting paid more.
Yes, I can hardly believe it myself.
Maybe we can go to Mexico this year for vacation.
Is that what you want to do?
Maybe. We can talk about it. This is unbelievably good news.
It's certainly true.
I'm so happy for you.
Dialogue 5. Hey, Mary, do you know when our reports are due?
I believe they're due at the end of the month.
What is your paper about?
I'm writing on Greek mythology.
That's interesting.
Yes, it is. I'm learning many things.
Didn't they believe in a lot of different gods?
Yes, they did. They believed that certain gods caused things in nature.
Some people still believe things like that today.
Maybe, but most modern people know more about science.
I don't know about that. I saw your last grade in science class.
Very funny, Paul.
Substitution drills. 1. My dad told me when I was 10. My dad revealed the truth to me when I was 10. My dad informed me when I was 10. My dad explained it to me when I was 10. 2. That's a pretty big moment when you stop believing in Santa. That's an important moment when you stop believing in Santa. That's a serious moment when you stop believing in Santa. That's a significant moment when you stop believing in Santa. 3. What are you doing today? What are you doing tomorrow? What are you doing next week? What are you doing tonight? 4. Who do you think will win the election for senator? Who do you think will win the race for senator? Who do you think will win the contest for senator? Who do you think will win the vote for senator? 5. He promised to lower taxes. He promised to cut taxes. He promised to raise taxes. He promised to decrease taxes. 6. And you believed him? And you trusted him? And you agreed with him? And you accepted what he said? 7. You're too naive. You're too gullible. You're too easily tricked. You're too trusting. 8. I'm going out to play. I'm going out to exercise. I'm going out to read. I'm going out to walk. 9. Oh, that's too good to be true. Oh, that's too good to be possible. Oh, that's too good to be believable. Oh, that's too good to be believed. 10. I guess this means you'll be getting paid more. I guess this means you'll be getting more money. I guess this means you'll be getting higher income. I guess this means you'll be getting better pay. 11. This is unbelievably good news. This is incredibly good news. This is very good news. This is wonderfully good news. 12. I believe they are due at the end of the month. I think they are due at the end of the month. I imagine they are due at the end of the month. I suppose they are due at the end of the month. 13. I'm learning many things. I'm discovering many things. I'm finding out many things. I'm coming across many things. 14. I'm writing on Greek mythology. I'm writing on Greek religion. I'm writing on Greek traditions. I'm writing on Greek folk tales. 15. Didn't they believe in a lot of different gods? Didn't they believe in a lot of different deities? Didn't they believe in a lot of different spirits? Didn't they believe in a lot of different idols? Monologue. America is home to many different beliefs or religions. The most common is Protestant Christian, followed by Catholic Christian. There are many other faiths, though, including Jewish, Hindu, Buddhist, and Muslim. Most of these religions came from other countries, but often spread throughout America. Many Asian religions are becoming popular with European Americans. Some people don't believe in any religion. Others don't believe in God. Most people who say they believe do not actually go to church. Other people go to church because it is tradition, but do not really believe in God. There are many different cultures in America, and as a result, there are many different beliefs. Lesson 8. Compliments and Praises. Basic Patterns. You did a good job. Most of that was luck. You have really good taste. I am so jealous of you. That's a nice car you have there. You're looking good. That shirt really becomes you. You have excellent manners. I salute your efforts. You're the best in the business. You're the envy of the town. You look good in red. You've done a good job with this house. Keep up the good work. I love the way you make me laugh. Dialogue 1.
I just finished grading your test, Bobby.
Oh no, did I fail?
No, why do you think that?
It was a very hard test.
Actually, I wanted to congratulate you.
Me? Why?
You got the highest grade in the class.
Really? That's amazing.
You did a good job, Bobby.
I did study hard.
I can tell. I hope you study as much for the next test.
I will, Mrs. Fisher, I will. Dialogue 2.
Hey, James, I haven't seen you in a while.
It's been a few months since we last saw each other.
You look good.
I've been exercising a lot.
I'm jealous. I should exercise as much.
It's some hard work.
I can imagine, but you look a lot bigger, too.
I know. I got tired of being so skinny.
Well, the improvement really shows.
Stop, you're embarrassing me.
Okay, Mr. Muscles.
You're right. You are jealous. Dialogue 3. That was a pretty good game today.
Yeah, I didn't think we were going to win, but we did.
You were playing pretty good. Good job.
Most of that was luck. I wasn't playing as well as you were.
Don't be so humble. You won the game for us.
We all won the game.
You're just saying that to be modest.
Well, we still have to practice.
Yes, that is the only way to keep winning.
And keep me on the team because I'm so good.
I liked it better when you were humble.
I'm only kidding. Let's go celebrate our win.
Good idea. Dialogue 4. I am so jealous of you.
Why do you say that?
Because every day you always wear something good.
Really? I just throw on anything I can find.
That's not true. You have really good taste.
Do you think so?
Yes, I do. Maybe you could go shopping with me sometime.
Okay, that might be fun.
You could help me pick out some good clothes.
Can you go this Saturday?
Yes, that would be perfect.
I'll give you a call.
Dialogue 5.
Wow, that's a nice car you have there.
Thanks. It's a 1965 Corvette.
I know. I bet that was expensive.
It was, but it's been a dream all my life to have one.
It looks like you keep it in good condition.
I come out every Sunday and clean it for about an hour.
I would too if I had a car like that.
You want to take it for a drive?
Oh no, I wouldn't trust myself with the car that nice.
I can understand that. How about I drive and you can come along for the ride?
Yeah, that would be great.
Okay, get in and fasten your seatbelt. Substitution drills. 1. I just finished grading your test, Bobby. I just finished marking your test, Bobby. I just finished checking your test, Bobby. I just finished correcting your test, Bobby. 2. It was a very hard test. It was a very difficult test. It was a very challenging test. It was a very easy test. 3. You got the highest grade in the class. You got the best grade in the class. You got the worst grade in the class. You got the lowest grade in the class. 4. It's been a few months since we last saw each other. It's been a few months since we last met. It's been a few months since we last ran into each other. It's been a few months since we last have seen each other. 5. I got tired of being so skinny. I got tired of being so frail. I got tired of being so small. I got tired of being so thin. 6. Well, the improvement really shows. Well, the improvement is evident. Well, the improvement can be seen. Well, the improvement is obvious. 7. Good job. Well done. Fine work. Outstanding. 8. Don't be so humble. Don't be so modest. Don't be so meek. Don't be so arrogant. 9. Well, we still have to practice. Well, we still have to prepare. Well, we still have to train. Well, we still have to work. 10. Let's go celebrate our win. Let's go celebrate our victory. Let's go celebrate our triumph. Let's go celebrate our success. 11. I just throw on anything I can find. I just put on anything I can find. I just wear anything I can find. I just try on anything I can find. 12. You could help me pick out some good clothes. You could help me select some good clothes. You could help me choose some good clothes. You could help me decide on some good clothes. 13. That's a nice car you have there. That's a nice automobile you have there. That's a nice vehicle you have there. That's a nice truck you have there. 14. It was, but it's been a dream all my life to have one. It was, but it's been a goal all my life to have one. It was, but it's been a desire all my life to have one. It was, but it's been an ambition all my life to have one. 15. It looks like you keep it in good condition. It looks like you keep it well maintained. It looks like you keep it running. It looks like you keep it in good shape. Monologue. Some people in America like to buy antique cars. Antiques are old things, and antique cars are at least 25 years old. Steve's car is expensive, both because it is old and very fast. Some antique cars are rare and difficult to find. For some, it can be an expensive hobby. For most people, antique cars can be affordable, but they require a lot of work. People who enjoy working on cars can buy a car in poor condition at a low price. They then work on the car for a while to improve it. Some people take great pride in their cars and spend much time keeping them clean and in good condition. The best cars can even win prizes in antique car shows. Lesson 9. Reassurances and Consolations. Basic patterns. Don't worry about it. That's what counts. That makes me feel a little better. Look at the bright side. That's understandable. Don't let it get you down. Things will get better. Just keep trying. Don't give up. We all have bad days sometimes. I know how you feel. I'm here for you. It's okay. It's not your fault. No one blames you. Dialogue 1.
I can't believe what happened, Dad.
Why? What happened?
I lost in the science fair.
No, you didn't. You got second place.
I should have got first place. The winning exhibit wasn't as good as mine.
I think you're right, son.
Life's not fair.
That's true. It's important that you learn that lesson.
That doesn't make me feel any better.
You should see that the important thing is that you did do a better job, even if you didn't win. That's what counts.
Really?
Of course it does. You can't always win, but if you keep doing well, it will work out in the long run.
Thanks, Dad. That makes me feel a little better.
No problem. Your mom's fixing dinner, so we'd better hurry home. Dialogue 2.
Why are you so sad, honey?
I miss my dog, Oscar.
I know you do, Linda. I miss Oscar, too.
Why did we give him to Grandma and Grandpa?
You know why. He was getting too big for our little house.
So what? I wanted to play with him.
Don't you think that's a little selfish?
Why is that selfish, Mommy?
Isn't Oscar happier playing on that big farm with Grandpa? Don't you want him to be happy?
Yes, but doesn't he miss me too?
Of course he does. But whenever we go visit Grandpa and Grandma, then you can see him.
I hope we go up there soon.
We will, honey. We'll see them soon.
Good. Then I can play with Oscar. Dialogue 3.
Today was awful.
Have a seat and tell me about it.
I got fired from the store.
The sporting goods store? Why?
The boss said I came in late too many times.
Why were you late?
I had to finish a test at school.
That's not fair, but you didn't like that job anyway.
I know, but I needed the money to buy my dad's car.
Look at the bright side.
What could be the bright side?
This job was getting in the way of school. You didn't like it anyway, and you can always find another job.
I guess that's reassuring. I'm just annoyed right now.
That's understandable. Have a beer and forget about it.
Thanks, I could use a drink.
My friend works at a restaurant, and they need people. We'll go over there tomorrow and look for a job.
That sounds good to me.
Dialogue 4. I can't believe I said that to your parents at dinner.
What? What did you say?
That we have to work a lot for money right now.
What's wrong with saying that? It's true.
They'll think we're asking for a loan.
No, they wouldn't think that.
They'll certainly think I'm not a good husband.
Why? They like you very much.
Because it seems like I can't provide for you.
That's silly. They know we're just getting started in life.
Maybe you're right.
Of course I'm right. I know my parents. Don't worry about it.
Good. I guess that's reassuring to know. Dialogue 5.
Why are you so upset?
I'm just worried. My grandfather is in the hospital.
Why? What's wrong with him?
He fell down yesterday and broke his leg.
Oh, that's awful. I'm sure he'll recover.
Maybe, but he's getting older. I worry about him.
I feel the same way about my grandfather, but you shouldn't worry so much.
Why? I'm afraid that no one can take care of him in the future.
Your grandmother can take care of him. She's in good health, and she's a very good person.
That's some consolation, I suppose. I just feel bad that I don't have more time to look after them.
They probably wouldn't want you to be tied down with them.
You're right, but I still worry. Substitution drills. 1. The winning exhibit wasn't as good as mine. The winning project wasn't as good as mine. The winning display wasn't as good as mine. The winning design wasn't as good as mine. 2. It will work out in the long run. It will work out sooner or later. It will work out eventually. It will work out over time. 3. Your mom's fixing dinner, so we'd better hurry home. Your mom's making dinner, so we'd better hurry home. Your mom's preparing dinner, so we'd better hurry home. Your mom's cooking dinner, so we'd better hurry home. 4. Why are you so sad, honey? Why are you so glum, honey? Why are you so down, honey? Why are you so depressed, honey? 5. Don't you think that's a little selfish? Don't you think that's a little self-centered? Don't you think that's a little unfair? Don't you think that's a little thoughtless? 6. Isn't Oscar happier playing on that big farm with Grandpa? Isn't Oscar better off playing on that big farm with Grandpa? Isn't Oscar more happy playing on that big farm with Grandpa? Isn't Oscar having a good time playing on that big farm with Grandpa? 7. I got fired from the store. I got laid off from the store. I got let go from the store. I lost my job at the store. 8. Look at the bright side. Look at the positive side. Look at it in a good way. Look at the other side. 9. This job was getting in the way of school. This job was conflicting with school. This job was interfering with school. This job was causing a problem with school. 10. Because it seems like I can't provide for you. Because it seems like I can't take care of you. Because it seems like I can't make enough money for you. Because it seems like I can't buy things for you. 11. They'll think we're asking for a loan. They'll think we're asking for a handout. They'll think we're asking to borrow money. They'll think we're asking for charity. 12. They know we're just getting started in life. They know we're just getting on our feet. They know we're just starting out. They know we're just getting established. 13. My grandfather is in the hospital. My grandfather is in the emergency room. My grandfather is in a nursing home. My grandfather is in a retirement home. 14. What's wrong with him? What's the matter with him? What's the problem with him? What's bothering him? 15. They probably wouldn't want you to be tied down with them. They probably wouldn't want you to be burdened with them. They probably wouldn't want you to be concerned with them. They probably wouldn't want you to be worried about them. Monologue. Many elementary or primary schools in America have science fairs. These are contests in the school for kids who like science. Students can create some project or model which demonstrates an idea in science. Some examples include a model volcano made from kitchen supplies or an ant farm. Normally, there are prizes for the best exhibit. These science fairs are a good way for kids to learn about science in an interesting way. The students can get experience in solving problems and working with their hands. This is also a good way for them to learn how to plan and manage their time, since the projects can take several weeks or months to prepare. Lesson 10. Warnings and Prohibitions. Basic patterns. There's a sign outside the gate that reads, "No trespassing." Not here. I don't think you should do that. They can't stop me from smoking. You can't go there. That's forbidden. I'm warning you. No one is allowed to go in there. It is forbidden to do that. No smoking. Do not enter. No unauthorized entry. Do not walk on the grass. Keep out. No pets allowed. Dialogue 1.
What are you doing this afternoon?
I don't know. I'll probably do homework.
I have a better idea.
What's that?
Let's go sneak into the junkyard.
I don't think that's such a good idea.
Why not?
There's a sign outside the gate that reads, "No trespassing."
So what? I said we'll sneak in so we won't get caught.
Are you worried about the dog? There's another sign which says, "Beware of dog."
You worry too much. I don't think there's really a dog.
Fine. You go find out and tell me. I'm doing my homework. Dialogue 2.
It sure is a sunny day.
Is that why you're driving so fast?
Why do you say that?
The speed limit here is 65 miles per hour. You are driving at 80.
Everyone speeds.
Not here. There are always a lot of police on this part of the road.
So what? It's a little fine.
Actually, that sign just said, "Fines doubled for speeding," which means it'll be twice the normal amount.
Well, it's my money to worry about.
Yes, but it's my life to worry about. Even if it weren't illegal to drive so fast, I'd still want you to slow down.
Fine, I'll slow down. Are you happy?
Yes, I am. Thank you. Dialogue 3.
That was a good meal.
Yes, it was. How about some dessert?
That would be nice, but first I want to smoke the cigar.
I don't think you should do that.
Why not? It's a nice cigar.
In this restaurant, the sign says, "No smoking."
They can't stop me from smoking.
They can make you leave. Anyway, it's bad for your health.
Let me worry about my own health.
It's bad for my health, too, as well as for everyone else here.
Okay, I'll put out the cigar.
Good. Now let's have some dessert. Dialogue 4.
This was a good idea to go to the museum.
Yes, we should do this more often.
Wow, look at that artifact.
I bet it's over 1,000 years old.
I'm going to take a picture.
You can't. That sign says, no pictures allowed.
Why does it say that? Is this a secret display?
No, silly. The camera light damages the artifact.
Really?
It is so old and fragile that the light and heat wear on it.
Then how can I get a picture?
We can buy one at the gift shop on the way out.
What a good idea. Let's do that instead.
Dialogue 5. I'll be back in a little bit.
Where are you going, dear?
We need milk. I'm going to the store.
Did you see the weather report?
No. Why? What did it say?
It said there was a snow warning tonight. I don't think you should be out driving.
That's silly. I'll be right back.
The store is 30 minutes from here at least.
I'm a good driver.
It won't matter if the road gets slippery.
I'll drive slowly.
You can't see through the falling snow. The news said this was a serious warning.
You really don't want me to go?
Maybe if it was important, but we can get milk later.
I guess it's not an emergency. I'll stay here then. Substitution drills. 1. Let's go sneak into the junkyard. Let's go slip into the junkyard. Let's go steal into the junkyard. Let's go creep into the junkyard. 2. There's a sign outside the gate that reads, "No trespassing." There's a notice outside the gate that reads, "No trespassing." There's a bulletin outside the gate that reads, "No trespassing." There's a warning outside the gate that reads, "No trespassing." 3. I said we'll sneak in, so we won't get caught. I said we'll sneak in, so we won't get discovered. I said we'll sneak in, so we won't get found. I said we'll sneak in, so we won't get in trouble. 4. It sure is a sunny day. It sure is a warm day. It sure is a bright day. It sure is a nice day. 5. Everyone speeds. Everyone goes too fast. Everyone exceeds the speed limit. Everyone drives fast. 6. Even if it weren't illegal to drive so fast, I'd still want you to slow down. Even if it weren't against the law to drive so fast, I'd still want you to slow down. Even if it weren't prohibited to drive so fast, I'd still want you to slow down. Even if it weren't forbidden to drive so fast, I'd still want you to slow down. 7. That would be nice, but first I want to smoke this cigar. That would be nice, but first I want to light this cigar. That would be nice, but first I want to have this cigar. That would be nice, but first I want to enjoy this cigar. 8. Anyway, it's bad for your health. Anyway, it's unhealthy. Anyway, it's harmful. Anyway, it's bad for you. 9. I'll put out the cigar. I'll extinguish the cigar. I'll get rid of the cigar. I'll finish the cigar. 10. Look at that artifact. Look at that relic. Look at that fossil. Look at that historical object. 11. The camera light damages the artifact. The camera light destroys the artifact. The camera light ruins the artifact. The camera light spoils the artifact. 12. We can buy one at the gift shop on the way out. We can purchase one at the gift shop on the way out. We can get one at the gift shop on the way out. We can pick up one at the gift shop on the way out. 13. That's silly. That's ridiculous. That's nonsense. That's stupid. 14. The news said this was a serious warning. The news said this was a critical warning. The news said this was an urgent warning. The news said this was a severe warning. 15. I guess it's not an emergency. I guess it's not a crisis. I guess it's not a problem. I guess it's not too important. Monologue. In the northern United States, snow covers the ground for much of the winter. In many areas, this is a serious problem. Outside of large cities, roads and businesses are closed. Many accidents can occur. In most places, local governments will put salt on the roads to melt the ice. Large trucks with snow plows will clear the roads of snow. This weather is not always bad, though. Many children enjoy it, since schools often have to close when it snows. Then, the kids can go outside and play. A fun activity is racing down snow-covered hills on sleds. Some kids enjoy snowball fights or making snowmen. Finally, the holiday of Christmas is traditionally associated with snowy weather. Lesson 11. Talking about dates. Basic patterns. When was the Declaration of Independence? Our spring break is from April 2nd to April 16th. What's tomorrow's date? Tomorrow is November 25th. The convention starts on the 24th of March. I have to complete my taxes by April 15th. Rent is due by the 1st of every month. School starts on the 23rd. We have 3 days left until the 4th of July. Is the 30th on a Monday? This office will be closed for the holidays. The last game will be on the 9th of March. My birthday is on May 19th. I have to finish this essay by next Tuesday. I leave for Germany on the 11th of next month. Dialogue 1. We need to really study for tomorrow's history test.
It's so tough. I can't remember all those dates.
Let's test each other. We'll make it like a game show.
Okay, that sounds fun.
First question. When was the Declaration of Independence?
That's easy. July 4th, 1776.
Okay, here's a harder one. When was Pearl Harbor attacked?
December 7th, right?
What year? Tell me the year.
1940.
Wrong. It was 1941.
See, it is too difficult.
You just need to relax. Most of the test isn't about dates anyway.
Yes, but a lot of it is about dates.
Don't worry. Relax and do the best you can.
Easy for you to say.
Dialogue 2. Wow, our boss is really tough.
Why? What happened now?
Remember that report on city tax laws we had to do by December 15th?
Of course I remember. We've only got 3 weeks left to finish it.
Not anymore.
Why? Did he cancel it?
No, he moved the deadline up to December 5th.
That's less than 2 weeks away. We'll never finish it by then.
Stay calm. We'll just have to work overtime.
I guess you're right. That means extra hours in the office.
I think we can do it. What's tomorrow's date?
Tomorrow is November 25th.
We'll have to really start working faster.
Yes, we do. I hope we can finish on time.
I think we will. At least I hope so. Dialogue 3. Ms. Fisher, do you want your flight booked for the business convention?
The one in Denver? Yes, please do that, Kathy.
What date do you want to leave by?
Well, the convention starts on the 24th of March, but I wanted some time to see Denver.
How about I book a flight for the 22nd?
No, I want more time to see Denver. I want to fly out on the 20th.
You've got a meeting scheduled on the 20th. Do you want to cancel the meeting?
Who's the meeting with?
It's with the mayor's office.
No, that's too important to cancel. Go ahead and reserve my flight for the 22nd.
I'll get right on it.
Thanks, Kathy.
Dialogue 4.
When does our college have spring vacation this year?
Let me look at my calendar. I wrote it down.
We get 2 weeks off, right?
I think so.
Did you find it on your calendar yet?
Yes, here it is. Our spring break is from April 2nd to April 16th.
Good. That's exactly 2 weeks.
Where are you going?
I'll go home for a week and then go to Florida.
You're going to the beach?
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
I bet so, but not as fun as Mexico.
You're going to Mexico?
I've saved money all year with my friends.
You're so lucky.
Dialogue 5. Welcome to the corner bookstore. Can I help you?
Yes, I ordered a book about pottery 2 weeks ago. Is it in yet?
Let me look on our computer.
It's written by Susan Potter.
When did you place the order?
August 11th.
I see. It's been delayed due to shortages.
When will it get here?
I think it should be here within 6 weeks.
But that's the middle of October. I need this book for a class.
I'm sorry. Would you like to cancel your order?
No, I'll just wait until it gets here.
Okay. Sorry about that. Have a good day. Substitution drills. 1. We need to really study for tomorrow's history test. We need to really prepare for tomorrow's history test. We need to really review for tomorrow's history test. We need to really get ready for tomorrow's history test. 2. That sounds fun. That seems fun. That looks like fun. That appears fun. 3. Relax and do the best you can. Take it easy and do the best you can. Calm down and do the best you can. Don't worry and do the best you can. 4. We'll never finish it by then. We'll never complete it by then. We'll never get it done by then. We'll never have it written by then. 5. We've only got 3 weeks left to finish it. We've only got 3 weeks remaining to finish it. We've only got 3 weeks to go to finish it. We've only got 3 weeks available to finish it. 6. That's less than 2 weeks away. That's more than 2 weeks away. That's fewer than 2 weeks away. That's exactly 2 weeks away. 7. How about I book a flight for the 22nd? How about I reserve a flight for the 22nd? How about I schedule a flight for the 22nd? How about I select a flight for the 22nd? 8. That's too important to cancel. That's too crucial to cancel. That's too critical to cancel. That's too vital to cancel. 9. You're so lucky. You're so blessed. You're so fortunate. You're so well off. 10. Our spring break is from April 2nd to April 16th. Our spring break runs from April 2nd to April 16th. Our spring break lasts from April 2nd to April 16th. Our spring break goes from April 2nd to April 16th. 11. You're going to the beach? You're going to the mountains? You're going to the country? You're going to the woods? 12. I'll just wait until it gets here. I'll just wait until it arrives. I'll just wait until it shows up. I'll just wait until it is available. 13. I think it should be here within 6 weeks. I think it should be here inside of 6 weeks. I think it should be here by the end of 6 weeks. I think it should be here in the next 6 weeks. 14. It's been delayed due to shortages. It's been postponed due to shortages. It's been halted due to shortages. It's been slowed due to shortages. 15. When did you place the order? When did you make the order? When did you call in the order? When did you reserve the order? Monologue. College students in America normally have 2 long vacations, or breaks, in their year. The first is winter or Christmas break. This is normally a 3-week period near the end of the year. It also marks the change between semesters. During this time, most students go to see their family. The other vacation during the school year is spring break. This is a week-long vacation sometime in March. It is traditional for students to go to some place warm in America or Mexico, usually a beach. They often spend much of the week partying, usually to excess. Lesson 12. Talking about the weather. Basic patterns. It's good weather for football. It's very crisp and cool. It's going to get cold fast. This spring, there is supposed to be a cold spell. We had a lot of rain this winter, though. It's blazing hot outside. With all this moisture, it feels very muggy outside. It's raining pretty hard right now. It's starting to snow outside. Some of the streets are almost flooded with rain. It's freezing outside. It's a little bit chilly out. The air is warm, but there's a nice breeze. This morning is cooler than expected. It will get warmer as the day goes by. Dialogue 1. I'm tired of studying. Let's go do something fun.
What do you want to do?
Let's go play catch with a football.
You're right. It's good weather for football.
It's very crisp and cool. It's perfect fall weather.
Fall came pretty late this year.
I know. It's the middle of October already.
The leaves are just beginning to change color.
I get the feeling that it's going to get cold fast.
I agree. Maybe it will snow early.
That would be nice. I like snowball fights.
Let's go play some football.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
I've got the ball. Come on.
Dialogue 2. How are things going up on the farm, Ray?
It's not bad, but I'm a little worried about the frost this year.
What makes you say that?
This spring there is supposed to be a cold spell.
Oh, really? That could be bad for your oranges.
I know. I had a bad crop 3 years ago for the same reason.
I hope you get better luck this time.
I hope so, too. We'll have to see what happens.
We had a lot of rain this winter, though.
What difference does that make?
I've been told that's a sign we'll have a warm summer.
I sure hope you're right.
That's what my wife told me anyway.
I think I've heard that before.
Well, good luck. I've got to get to the store.
Okay, see you later.
Dialogue 3. Do you still want to play tennis today?
I'm not sure. It's pretty hot outside.
I was noticing that. You want to wait until another time?
I think I would. The weatherman said it was only going to get hotter today.
What makes it so bad is that it's so humid.
I know. I'm sweating just sitting here.
I heard that this was going to be a hot summer.
I can believe it on a day like this. It's only May.
Yeah, imagine what August will be like.
I guess I'll be running the air conditioner a lot.
Remember when mine broke last summer?
That's right. I almost forgot. Your house was so hot inside after that happened.
I got it fixed, but maybe I should buy a new one just to be safe.
That's a good idea. Instead of tennis, let's go get an air conditioner.
How about we go to that new hardware store? I think they're having a sale.
Good idea. I'll drive.
Dialogue 4.
This is a great summer job, working in a national park.
Tell me about it. We get to spend so much time in the woods. It's great.
I am worried about how hot and dry it is, though.
Why is that? You don't like the heat?
It's not that. I'm worried about forest fires. This is perfect weather for them.
Oh, yeah. That's a good point. I'd hate for that to happen.
It's bad enough that so many campers start illegal fires.
This dry weather will only make it worse.
I guess we should make sure all the campers understand the rules about fires.
We should also keep our eyes open for any fires that could get out of control.
A fire in this weather could destroy thousands of acres.
Stop thinking about it. That's bad luck.
You're just superstitious. There's no such thing as bad luck.
Maybe not, but I still don't want to think about it.
I guess you're right. Let's just enjoy the outdoors.
I agree, but still keep our eyes open for fires. Dialogue 5.
What do you want to do tonight?
I don't know. I'm not feeling too good.
What's wrong? You sound kind of sick.
I think I'm getting a cold.
Maybe we should stay in tonight.
I think I'm sick from that camping trip yesterday.
That's right. I heard it rained up in the mountains.
It did rain pretty heavily. I forgot to bring an extra pair of socks.
Really? You walked all day in wet socks?
Yeah, now I'm paying for that decision.
Just get in bed. I'll make you some chicken soup.
Thanks. That would be nice.
Just promise me one thing.
Sure. What's that?
Make sure you pack extra socks next time.
I promise. Substitution drills. 1. It's good weather for football. It's excellent weather for football. It's ideal weather for football. It's perfect weather for football. 2. It's perfect fall weather. It's perfect spring weather. It's perfect summer weather. It's perfect winter weather. 3. Fall came pretty late this year. Fall arrived pretty late this year. Fall showed up pretty late this year. Fall got here pretty late this year. 4. It's not bad, but I'm a little worried about the frost this year. It's not bad, but I'm a little anxious about the frost this year. It's not bad, but I'm a little concerned about the frost this year. It's not bad, but I'm a little nervous about the frost this year. 5. This spring, there is supposed to be a cold spell. This spring, there might be a cold spell. This spring, there could be a cold spell. This spring, there is predicted to be a cold spell. 6. We had a lot of rain this winter, though. We had a great deal of rain this winter, though. We had plenty of rain this winter, though. We had quite a bit of rain this winter, though. 7. It's pretty hot outside. It's very hot outside. It's extremely hot outside. It's quite hot outside. 8. What makes it so bad is that it's so humid. What makes it so bad is that it's so moist. What makes it so bad is that it's so wet. What makes it so bad is that it's so damp. 9. I guess I'll be running the air conditioner a lot. I guess I'll be using the air conditioner a lot. I guess I'll be operating the air conditioner a lot. I guess I'll be depending upon the air conditioner a lot. 10. It's bad enough that so many campers start illegal fires. It's bad enough that so many campers create illegal fires. It's bad enough that so many campers make illegal fires. It's bad enough that so many campers begin illegal fires. 11. A fire in this weather could destroy thousands of acres. A fire in this weather could wipe out thousands of acres. A fire in this weather could kill thousands of acres. A fire in this weather could burn down thousands of acres. 12. We should also keep our eyes open for any fires that could get out of control. We should also pay attention to any fires that could get out of control. We should also look out for any fires that could get out of control. We should also keep watch for any fires that could get out of control. 13. Now I'm paying for that decision. Now I'm regretting that decision. Now I'm wishing I had not made that decision. Now I'm hating that decision. 14. Make sure you pack extra socks next time. Make sure you store extra socks next time. Make sure you bring extra socks next time. Make sure you take extra socks next time. 15. I think I'm getting a cold. I think I'm catching a cold. I think I'm developing a cold. I think I'm coming down with a cold. Monologue. One of the biggest social changes in America was the invention of the air conditioner. They are not uncommon in most homes, either attached to a window or running throughout the house. Even poor families can normally afford air conditioners. As a result, energy costs climb in the summer throughout the country. Sometimes blackouts or power shortages occur. One tradition, though, has disappeared as a result of air conditioners. On hot summer nights in the cities of the past, it was too hot for people to stay indoors. They used to gather on the front steps of their apartment buildings. This was a good way for neighbors to meet each other. Now, air conditioners keep people in the cool indoors. While they are more comfortable, they no longer have such a good excuse to meet other people. Lesson 13. Asking for help. Basic patterns. Do you need my help? I was hoping you could help. Could you loan them to me? I appreciate this very much. I'm just glad to be of assistance. Is there something I can do? How can I help you? I could use some help here. What can I help you with? Can I be of any assistance? I don't need any help. Help me, please. Could you lend me a hand? That would be very helpful. Your help would be appreciated. Dialogue 1. Hey Heather, are you busy this afternoon?
I don't think so. Why?
I was having trouble in our biology class.
Do you need my help?
Yeah, I do.
Did you want to meet this afternoon?
I was hoping we could meet. Is that okay with you?
It's no problem. What do you need help with?
The different theories of plant reproduction.
Anything in particular?
No, I just keep getting them mixed up with one another.
Oh, I see. Well, I took some pretty good notes on that subject.
Great. I could use the help. Do you want to meet in the library?
That's fine. I'll see you there.
Dialogue 2. What seems to be the trouble?
I think I just had a flat tire.
You sure did. I wonder what caused it to blow out like that.
I have no idea. Maybe the tires were just old.
Do you need any help?
Actually, do you have tools for changing a tire?
Yes, I do. Do you mean a tire iron and a jack?
Yes. Could you loan them to me?
Let me go get them. Wait just 1 second.
Thanks. I appreciate this very much.
No problem. I'm just glad to be of assistance.
I'm very grateful. I have to be at work, and I was worried that I would be late.
Don't worry about that. You'll be back on the road in no time. Dialogue 3. Hey Sarah, what are you doing this weekend?
I didn't have any plans. I was thinking about studying.
Why don't you come play softball?
Where do you play softball?
Some of my friends and I have formed a team. We need another player.
I don't know if I should. I'm not very good.
It would really help us out.
What position would I play?
You could play wherever you wanted. It doesn't really matter.
Do you practice every day?
No, we mostly practice on weekends.
I guess I could come out and play. What day should I come?
Saturday at 4 o'clock.
I'll see you there.
Dialogue 4. I've got a real problem.
What's the problem?
I've got to get a birthday gift for my wife.
Oh, that is a problem. What are you going to get her?
Do you have any suggestions? I was hoping you could help.
Buy her some jewelry.
That's too easy. I need to get something more thoughtful.
Don't ask me then. I'm not good at being thoughtful.
Good point. What did you get your wife for her birthday?
I got her a car.
Really? You bought her a car?
No, I'm joking. I bought her a nice watch.
That's a good idea, but it's not good enough.
Well, good luck. I hope you find what you're looking for.
Dialogue 5. Can I help you?
Yes, I'm looking for your history books section.
Are you looking for a particular area of history?
Actually, do you have any books on Chinese history?
Yes, we do. Follow me, please.
I'm glad to hear that. Many bookstores do not have much about Chinese history.
I'm surprised to hear that. We have many books.
Do you have any books about Mao Zedong?
Yes, but we should first check the biography section, since he is a specific person.
You're right. Of course, the biography section would be better.
Here you go. Will this help?
Yes, this book looks good.
Okay, let me know if you need any more help.
Thanks, I will.
Substitution drills. 1. What seems to be the trouble? What seems to be the problem? What seems to be the difficulty? What seems to be the concern? 2. Could you loan them to me? Could you give them to me? Could you hand them to me? Could you pass them to me? 3. Are you busy this afternoon? Are you available this afternoon? Are you free this afternoon? Are you doing anything this afternoon? 4. I was having trouble in our biology class. I was having trouble in our physics class. I was having trouble in our chemistry class. I was having trouble in our mathematics class. 5. Did you want to meet this afternoon? Did you want to get together this afternoon? Did you want to talk this afternoon? Did you want to study this afternoon? 6. Wait just 1 second. Hold on just 1 second. Stay here just 1 second. Stay just 1 second. 7. We need another player. We would like another player. We could use another player. We want another player. 8. We mostly practice on weekends. We usually practice on weekends. We normally practice on weekends. We generally practice on weekends. 9. I was thinking about studying. I was considering studying. I was planning to do some studying. I was wanting to do some studying. 10. Buy her some jewelry. Buy her a ring. Buy her a necklace. Buy her a watch. 11. I hope you find what you're looking for. I hope you find what you're interested in. I hope you find what you're searching for. I hope you find what you're hoping for. 12. I was hoping you could help. I was thinking you could help. I was assuming you could help. I was expecting you could help. 13. Are you looking for a particular area of history? Are you looking for a particular part of history? Are you looking for a particular aspect of history? Are you looking for a particular section of history? 14. Follow me, please. Come with me. This way. Over here. 15. Do you have any books about Mao Zedong? Do you have any books concerning Mao Zedong? Do you have any books regarding Mao Zedong? Do you have any books on Mao Zedong? Monologue. Americans tend to be very helpful people. If a person has car trouble on the side of the road, normally another driver will soon stop to help them. People are quick to give up their seats to older people. Visitors can easily get help with directions from people they pass on the street. There is a strong feeling of social responsibility in America. People will often go out of their way to help others. There are many stories of people even giving their lives to help complete strangers. Some say that this is due to the frontier tradition of America. In those days, it was necessary for people to rely on each other to survive. To some extent, this tradition is still alive in America. Lesson 14. Asking the way. Basic patterns. I'm looking for 524 Maryland Avenue. It's about 1 mile over that way. Could you tell me how to get there? For how long should I walk? Then you take a right on Fulton. What's the fastest way to Belton Street? Do you know how to get to the stadium? Is there a road with less traffic on it? My house is 2 doors down from the post office. The bus station will be on your left. Which way is north? Is this the way to the police station? What street is this? Do you know where the zoo is? Is this the east gate of the park? Dialogue 1.
Hey, could you help me?
Sure. What do you need?
I'm looking for an address. 524 Maryland Avenue.
Let me think. Maryland Avenue?
Any ideas?
Oh yeah, I know. It's about 1 mile over that way.
Do you mean to the northwest?
Yes, that's right. It's over by the new stadium.
Could you tell me how to get there?
Sure. You go up Monroe. That's the street right there.
Okay, got it. For how long should I walk?
Maybe 4 blocks. Then you take a right on Fulton.
Okay, I think I understand.
Then go down Fulton for maybe half a mile. You'll see Maryland Avenue on your left.
That sounds easy enough. Thanks.
No problem. Good luck. Dialogue 2. Excuse me, you seem lost.
Actually, I am a little lost. I thought the art museum was around here.
Oh no, the art museum is on the other side of town.
Isn't this Washington Street?
It is, but the art museum is on East Washington Street. This is West Washington.
Oh, that explains it. So I just go back down Washington, right?
Not really. This street ends at Jefferson Street.
What do I do there?
Take a left on Jefferson. Go up just 1 block.
Okay, I see that on this map.
Good. After 1 block on Jefferson, you'll see East Washington on your right.
I guess the art museum will be there.
Actually, you'll need to go another half mile down East Washington. It's easy to see, though, once you get there.
Thanks. This saves me a lot of trouble.
Dialogue 3. We are so lost. Where's the highway?
Let me get out the map.
We've been driving up and down this street forever.
I'm looking on the map right now.
Try to find Interstate 97.
I'm trying.
Do you see anything familiar?
Which street are we on?
Baker Street. We're going north on Baker Street.
I've found out where we are. You need to turn around and go south.
Okay. What do I do after that?
Drive until you see Green Street, then go left.
And where do I go after I get to Green Street?
From there, you'll see exit signs for 97. We should be fine.
Dialogue 4.
Hey, buddy, could you help me out?
Maybe. What do you need?
There's supposed to be some famous clam restaurant around here. Do you know anything about it?
Let me think. Do you know the name?
Not really. It's something like Simmons or Sullivan's.
Oh, yeah. Sullivan's Clam House. That's right nearby.
Can you tell me how to get there?
Sure. Just go 2 blocks up Cooper Street.
That's this street, right?
Right. You'll get to the dock area. Then go to your right just a few yards.
I think I've got it.
You should see it then. It's got a large sign out front.
Thanks a lot. This makes my evening a lot easier.
Good luck and good eating. Dialogue 5. Excuse me, do you work here?
Yes, can I help you?
I'm looking for the baggage claim area.
Well, you need to go down to the first level.
I thought I was on the first level.
No, this is the second level. Go down to the first level. The stairs are over there.
Okay, I see.
Good. On the first level, you'll see signs for the baggage claim area.
Where's that area?
It's on the far end of the first area.
Past the information desk?
Yes, go past the information desk.
Thanks. I'll give that a try. Substitution drills. 1. That sounds easy enough. That sounds direct enough. That sounds simple enough. That sounds short enough. 2. It's about 1 mile over that way. It's about 1 mile that way. It's about 1 mile in that direction. It's about 1 mile over there. 3. Maybe 4 blocks. Roughly 4 blocks. About 4 blocks. It might be 4 blocks. 4. Oh no, the art museum is on the other side of town. Oh no, the art museum is on the opposite side of town. Oh no, the art museum is on the far side of town. Oh no, the art museum is on the west side of town. 5. This saves me a lot of trouble. This saves me a lot of problems. This saves me a lot of effort. This saves me a lot of work. 6. Okay, I see that on this map. Okay, I've located that on this map. Okay, I found that on this map. Okay, I've got that on this map. 7. We've been driving up and down this street forever. We've been driving up and down this street for a long time. We've been driving up and down this street for a while. We've been driving up and down this street for so long. 8. Do you see anything familiar? Do you see anything recognizable? Do you see anything you know? Do you see anything helpful? 9. We should be fine. We should be good. We should be okay. We should be all right. 10. There's supposed to be some famous clam restaurant around here. I thought there was some famous clam restaurant around here. I was told there was some famous clam restaurant around here. There is some famous clam restaurant around here. 11. Can you tell me how to get there? Can you show me how to get there? Can you help me to get there? Can you point out to me how to get there? 12. It's got a large sign out front. It's got a large sign in the front. It's got a large sign on the top. It's got a large sign at the front. 13. I'm looking for the baggage claim area. I'm searching for the baggage claim area. I was wanting to know how to find the baggage claim area. I'm trying to find the baggage claim area. 14. The stairs are over there. The elevators are over there. The escalators are over there. The lifts are over there. 15. On the first level, you'll see signs for the baggage claim area. On the first level, you'll see directions for the baggage claim area. On the first level, you'll see indicators for the baggage claim area. On the first level, you'll see notices for the baggage claim area. Monologue. In one of the above dialogues, Will was looking for a clam house. This is simply a restaurant that specializes in serving clams. Most likely, this restaurant was in Maryland, the state most famous for its clam dishes. Like other large countries, America has different regions that are known for their special kinds of food. Some areas have certain food because of the animals in that region. In the north, Maine is famous for its lobster. Alaska is famous for its crabs. Other regions are known for the traditional foods of their ethnic minorities. Chicago is well known for its Polish food. New York is just as famous for its Italian food, while San Francisco has great Chinese food. Part of the fun of traveling through America is trying these different foods. Lesson 15. Expressing opinions. Basic patterns. I hate driving to work this way. I'm sick of it. It should be banned. I am not happy with our new boss. I don't think schools are as good as they used to be. I think we need a new president. Bob isn't doing a good job. I'm happy with the new mayor. The bus driver seems lost. My mother talks too much. I have a lot of respect for my grandfather. I love watching sports on TV. I don't like big cities very much. My girlfriend is beautiful. I think we should take a break. Dialogue 1.
I hate driving to work this way.
Do you mean on South Street?
Yeah, it's the shortest route, but the road is in such bad condition.
I have noticed a lot of bumps in the road.
How could you not notice?
I think it's easy for me to ignore since I'm the passenger.
Well, I'm sick of it. They never do any repairs here.
Yes, but if they did road work, they would cause traffic delays.
Sure, but it would only be for a short time.
You'd still complain.
No, I wouldn't. This is worse because it damages my car.
That's true. Maybe we should go a different way to work.
I'm starting to agree.
Well, let's detour here at King Street.
It might make us late, but I'll give it a try.
Dialogue 2. I'm tired of studying. I'm going home.
What are you going to do now?
I'm going to watch the boxing match on TV tonight.
That's horrible.
Why do you say that? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about boxing. It should be banned.
What? Why?
It's not a real sport. It's just fighting to entertain people. It's so uncivilized.
I disagree. It teaches people about courage and determination.
That's nonsense. You watch just to see two men beat each other up.
No one forced them to fight each other.
Really? Then how come it's mostly poor people who box? They don't have any other choice.
Maybe you're completely right, but I'm still going home to watch the fight.
You should be ashamed.
I am. See you later. Dialogue 3. I'm not happy with our new boss.
Why not?
He doesn't do anything. He just tells everyone else what to do.
He's the boss. Isn't it his job to tell other people what to do?
No. His job is to direct other people, not have them do his work for him.
What do you mean?
I mean that he even has other people go to meetings for him while he goes home early.
He doesn't even go to his own meetings?
No. He just comes in for the morning. After giving out a list of what he wants done, he goes home by lunchtime.
That's terrible. How long has he been your boss?
About a month, but not for much longer.
Why do you say that?
I'm going to see what I can do to get him replaced by the company.
Good luck. I hope you're successful.
Dialogue 4. I don't think schools are as good as they used to be.
Why do you say that?
Have you read the newspapers lately?
I haven't read anything about the schools.
Math test scores are lower than ever.
Do you think that's the fault of the schools?
I can't imagine any other reason.
That's true. I wonder why schools are getting worse, though.
In my opinion, it's getting more difficult to find good teachers.
Well, they certainly don't pay them enough.
I agree. Besides, I don't think they get enough respect.
When my son gets old enough, I may send him to a private school.
I agree. I think I'll do the same. Dialogue 5.
I think the mayor is doing a good job this year.
That's a change from your old opinion.
I know, but he's surprised me with how well he is doing.
What makes you say that?
He's doing a really good job with city services, for example.
Like what?
He's cut back on unneeded spending while hiring more police officers.
He hasn't done such a good job with the roads, though.
I'll admit that the roads still need work, but no one is perfect.
You can say that because you take the bus to get to work. I have to drive.
That's true, but maybe you should take the bus as well.
What else do you think he's doing better?
He's gotten rid of a lot of corruption in the government.
I have to agree with that. You would not have said such good things about the mayor before.
I know, but my opinion's changed. I hope he keeps doing such a good job.
If he does, then maybe I'll share your opinion of the mayor. Substitution drills. 1. I hate driving to work this way. I hate driving to work on this road. I hate driving to work by this route. I hate driving to work in this direction. 2. It's the shortest route, but the road is in such bad condition. It's the fastest route, but the road is in such bad condition. It's the most direct route, but the road is in such bad condition. It's the quickest route, but the road is in such bad condition. 3. Well, I'm sick of it. Well, I'm tired of it. Well, I'm fed up with it. Well, I'm annoyed with it. 4. I'm going to watch the boxing match on TV tonight. I'm going to see the boxing match on TV tonight. I'm going to look at the boxing match on TV tonight. I'm going to catch the boxing match on TV tonight. 5. It should be banned. It should be prohibited. It should be stopped. It should be made illegal. 6. No one forced them to fight each other. No one made them fight each other. No one required them to fight each other. No one compelled them to fight each other. 7. After giving out a list of what he wants done, he goes home by lunchtime. After handing out a list of what he wants done, he goes home by lunchtime. After posting a list of what he wants done, he goes home by lunchtime. After making a list of what he wants done, he goes home by lunchtime. 8. I'm going to see what I can do to get him replaced by the company. I'm going to see what I can do to get him fired by the company. I'm going to see what I can do to get him sacked by the company. I'm going to see what I can do to get him removed by the company. 9. He's the boss. He's the manager. He's the supervisor. He's the man in charge. 10. Have you read the newspapers lately? Have you read the newspapers recently? Have you read the newspapers in a while? Have you read the newspapers just now? 11. I can't imagine any other reason. I can't come up with any other reason. I can't conceive of any other reason. I can't think of any other reason. 12. In my opinion, it's getting more difficult to find good teachers. In my belief, it's getting more difficult to find good teachers. In my estimation, it's getting more difficult to find good teachers. In my judgment, it's getting more difficult to find good teachers. 13. That's a change from your old opinion. That's a change from your previous opinion. That's a change from your earlier opinion. That's a change from your original opinion. 14. He's cut back on unneeded spending while hiring more police officers. He's cut back on unnecessary spending while hiring more police officers. He's cut back on unwanted spending while hiring more police officers. He's cut back on useless spending while hiring more police officers. 15. That's true, but maybe you should take the bus as well. That's true, but maybe you should ride the bus as well. That's true, but maybe you should use the bus as well. That's true, but maybe you should travel by the bus as well. Monologue. Expressing opinions in America is a popular activity. Due to the democratic traditions of the U.S., its citizens feel they have a right, even a duty, to express their opinion on almost any subject. Furthermore, there is little effort made to conceal a person's true feelings. There is much emphasis on expressing how you feel in America, even if it is unpleasant. Many Americans feel that this is one of the biggest differences between Chinese and American culture. In China, it does not seem to be as common to directly criticize someone or say that a situation is not satisfactory. In America, such criticism is almost always direct and to the point. Many Americans feel the Chinese speakers are too indirect. On the other hand, Americans may appear rude and critical to the Chinese. Understanding each other's culture is important in these situations.